Hi, IWF. We're here with Florencia Rotemberg today. Welcome, Florencia.
Thank you, Melanie. How are you?
I'm great. So tell us about your professional journey. I know you weren't born in Miami, so tell us how you made your way to Miami.
Okay, yes, I am originally from Argentina. I was born in Buenos Aires and I moved to Miami around 20 years ago. That was because I was offered a job at a hotel, actually in the company that I'm still working on, the MDM Hotel Group. I was offered a job at a hotel as the director of revenue management for that hotel. And I made that decision and I moved to Miami back in 2003. That's how I end up being here in this city.
Well, that wasn't your last job. That was your first job in Miami. So tell us how you progressed and what job you're doing now.
Yes, that was my first job in Miami, but prior to that, I worked in Buenos Aires for almost 13 years in a very traditional hotel that during my tenure, it became a Marriott hotel. That's how I started working for Marriott. And I developed, the beginning of my career was at that hotel back in Buenos Aires, and my expertise was in sales, revenue management, basically. And then I moved to Miami. And then in Miami, things happened, and I was offered a position as a general manager for the first time in 2005 at the Marriott Dayland, the Miami Marriott Dayland. That's how I started my adventure being general manager of different hotels back in 2005. I'm still the general manager, but at the JW Marriott in downtown Miami.
The JW Marriott Marquis, where we had our conference, right?
Yeah, my goodness. How many memories. That was a great conference and that was a great experience for me. And to host that worldwide event, it was fantastic. A lot of learning and good experience for the entire team, receiving all the ladies from all around the world. So it was a great adventure and experience for all of us. And
I
of
agree.
course for the ladies, no, I think the comments that we heard after the conference were great.
What was your most memorable experience from that conference?
Uh, I think the last part, of course, the content of the conference was very interesting. Back then, that was in 2018, correct?
Yeah.
But the moment that I will never forget is at the end of the dinner of the last day, the gala dinner on the last day, when all the ladies started dancing and by the tables, and then a few moments later they were all dancing at the stage. So at the beginning was a haha funny moment, but there was a kind of a scary moment because it's the stage, it's just a stage. It's not being prepared to hold perhaps so many people, but everything went well and it turned out like a very enjoyable moment and unforgettable moment that everybody still talk about from that day.
Agreed. That was fun, but I didn't know until later that you guys were concerned about the stage with
Yeah,
all the women going over on the
yeah,
line.
yeah, yeah, kind of.
Tell us about a professional achievement you're particularly proud of.
Well, as I mentioned before, I think one of my aha moment and biggest moment was being named general manager of the first hotel that was the Dayland Marriott. I was becoming from a executive position as director of sales and marketing. And honestly, at that time, it was not in my plans to become a general manager. It was always a dream, but it was never in such a short period of time. So that at the beginning was a shock. It was shocking at that time. Being a general manager, being a woman general manager, it was not common, but as frequent as what it is now. Back then, it was a men's a men's shop, and it was shocking. So without even thinking about it, I say yes, of course, advantage of the offer that they made to me back at that time. But at the beginning, it was difficult. It was a difficult challenge, very difficult. But then slowly and slowly, year after year, I think I became more confident, and I was able to succeed in the role with ups and downs, many ups, many downs, but mostly ups. So that was a big challenge. I'm still being the general manager of one hotel, a bigger hotel, more complex hotel, with much more offerings than what the Dayland Marriott was. And then the second most challenging and big achievement was when we had to close the hotels, unfortunately, during the COVID-19 back in 2020, suddenly from one day to the other one. And then 9 months after that, reopen the hotel as if nothing had happened, and having a full hotel from 0 occupancy to 80% occupancy from 1 week to the other one. That was one of the high notes, I think, of my entire career. I was never part of an original opening of a hotel, but this was the opening of the reopening of the opening, and it was hard, but we made
Yeah,
it.
especially getting staff to work at that time, just
Yeah.
finding the, yeah.
Yes, we thought that everyone that was working with us before was coming back right away and happy, but as everybody knows, that was not the case. Many people took different directions and decided not to go back to the previous job. Some of them decided not even have a job. But we were able to recover some of them, and slowly but surely we made that happen. But it took us a few years, and we're still in that recovering process in terms of staff and training, and yeah.
But not in terms of occupancy, right?
In terms of occupancy, no, it's we are back to levels 2019, even more than 2019. But in terms of what is the staff and what it takes to create a consistent and upscale experience in the hotel, we are still in, like, towards the end of that process, I could say.
In your journey, tell us what the best advice that you ever received.
Yes, I had a few, not too many, but very important ones. Like the first one, always, I had a boss that always tell me, know your people and know the person that you are working with. Find out about what they like, what they don't like, if they're going through a difficult moment in their lives. So that will help you to create a stronger team. So know your people, know their names, know their kids' names, and if you can, their challenges, their personal challenges. And also, when you're looking for a team, to find people that are like you, or better than you, or more prepared than you. Because in the field that I work, it's not easy to have the 100% knowledge of all the disciplines of the hotel. The hotel has many disciplines within the same organization, going from marketing, sales, operations, accounting, security, maintenance, and of course, I have an expertise in one or two of them. So I need people to be capable to perform the other one. So I need to surround by people that are good at their fields.
Great advice. Tell us what you're learning about now.
Well, now I'm a yoga practitioner. So
I didn't know that. I see you running, but I didn't know about the yoga. Good.
yes, I love yoga, and I've been doing that for many, many, many years. So I'm practicing some different postures that are not easy to achieve. I don't want to achieve them perfectly, but at least to be able to get the form of the pose. So I'm working on that. I work on that every week. So that's an ongoing process. And something that I would like to achieve is to be able to meditate at least 5 minutes a day. They say at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can, but do it. But it's difficult for me, but I'm trying. I'm trying for a few moments at least.
Tell us how you connect with community beyond your profession and beyond yoga.
Yes. Well, with yoga, I had the opportunity to participate in many events that were organized to help the different parts of the community. For a few months, almost like a year, I participated a few years ago with the Lotus House, where the ladies go and live for a while. And I used to go there after work 2 days a week and play with the children while the moms were in therapy, and I like that. I did that, and it was very, very rewarding for them, but I think mostly for me, and but of course for them, no, for the kids. They were from different ages. They were not babies. There was a separate group for babies. These ones were from, I think, 5 to 10 or 4 to 10 or 12. So you could interact with them, and I found and I discovered. I know there is another world out there, but these children are coming from a completely different world that we are used to, and it brings you down to earth more, a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, so I have some fun questions now.
Okay.
What is a fact about you we would not find on the internet?
You will not find that I love gardening. A beautiful garden that I'm in the process of it's in the process of creation, but it's getting very, 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 very nice, and it's improving. And I spend, when I'm not working, usually the weekends, or sometimes Saturdays, sometimes Sundays, I like to spend time in my garden and take care of my plants. And I love it. I have that from when I was a kid. My brother, one of my brothers, I have two brothers. I'm the youngest, but the one in the middle, he is a fan of plants, and I'm very knowledgeable person about plants and everything that is related with gardens and designs. And I think I learned that from him. And I'm now discovering that part of me that I love. I love plants. And I can go to a nursery and I can buy everything, but I have to control myself.
I think you have a lot of IWF sisters that share that passion based on my interviews.
I love gardens. I love going to the Fairchild. I'm a member of the Fairchild, and just walking and sitting. Sometimes I take a chair. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so what book, podcast, or television show are you recommending now?
I am currently watching the new look.
New
Uh,
Look?
the new look, the story about mostly Coco Chanel. Another
Oh,
thing that probably nobody knows is I love fashion and design. I absolutely love looking at pictures of fashion and fashion designers. Um, drawings or any type of picture. I think I got that from my aunt. When I was a kid, she was a fan of fashion, and more than a fan of fashion, but like buying fashion, more admiring the designs of fashion. And I think I got that from her. And I'm watching this one that is the story about the most important French designers. Of course, one is Coco. Then it's Christian Dior, Balmain. I don't remember all the names, but it's about that, and it's the story after the war and how the new look, which is a trend that Christian Dior did about fashion, where he designed the tiny waist dresses and very voluminous skirts, because before it was not like that. So it's very interesting, but because I like that topic, no, and also I like the story of how Coco Chanel changed the designs, and she get rid of corset and all those terrible things that women used to wear, and she introduced the pants for women. So I like all that stuff. So this is, I just started it, so I think it's very cool if you like that topic.
Yep. Okay, what book do you gift most often?
I think The Little Prince is one I get many times. Yeah, that's
Great.
I have gifted that one many times. You know that book, of course. You know
Yep.
what
Yep.
everybody knows, The Little Prince. I think it was originally written for kids, but then it became like a model on how to treat people and relationships, and about love, and yeah, and relationship for adults. Of course, has those beautiful drawings in the book. It's very easy to read and very fast to read, but I gave that book many times.
Good choice. What's the most exciting or memorable adventure you've gone on outside of your profession?
When I was when I finished what is high school for us back in Argentina, my parents sent me to London by myself. That was the first time ever that I traveled, not only abroad, but by myself, to study English. And I spent there 3 months by myself. It was not easy at the beginning, but then I kind of like it. And I didn't want to return. I didn't want to go back to Argentina. But at the beginning, it was an experience tough, but then I get used to. I was with other students, so I was not living by myself. I was sharing a house with a typical British family in the suburbs of London. And to me, it was a before and after that experience in my life.
Yeah, that's a big one. Okay, last question. If you were in charge of the playlist, what song would play next?
Well, I have to disclose that I'm a big fan, number one of Luis Miguel. I'm from Argentina, Latin, so this is the Mexican singer, and the song is called Hasta que me olvides in Spanish, and in English would be Until You Forget Me. It's a song that it was written by Juan Luis Guerra, which is the Dominican singer, and it was written for Luis Miguel. So, and other than Luis Miguel, any song from ABBA or any song from Queen.
Great suggestions. All right. Well, thanks, Florencia.
No, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. It was a very nice conversation.